So here we go then. We're going to be getting the lists for the 4 African teams involved in the almighty FIFA World Cup qualifying playoffs. Can I just say, before we look at this Congo squad, I am so happy that Algeria are not in this because it is tense. It is so tense. You cannot compare this to anything else. The African World Cup playoffs, I don't care who's in it, they are box office. They will have the eyes of the continent on them. And of course, they'll be played in Morocco as one-off legs with the introduction of VAR as the playoffs had 4 or 3 years ago, wasn't it? So Congo are facing Cameroon, and if they win that, they'll play Nigeria or Gabon. If they win that, they've got more to do next year in March. And they've gone all out. Can I just say, Congo are incredibly unlucky to not only be drawn with Senegal, who are probably one of the most informed teams in the world right now, let alone Africa, but they led them 2-0 in Kinshasa, and if they even just drew 2-2, they'd already be at the World Cup. They're so unlucky. Tunisia 2018 was the one for me where I think, goodness me, how have Congo not got over the line there? The likes of Balassi in his prime to not play at the World Cup, it's really criminal. But they've taken 3 players from the Belgian youth setup. Belgium under-21s have lost 3 guys here to Congo. Now, if they don't make the World Cup, of course, they've got these guys for the AFCON, which is going to be an interesting one as well, because they've got to play Senegal again. And they got to the semi-finals last time, to the surprise of many. Not to me, though. I always rated them. They've got a new keeper. They've got Epolo, who is the standard Liège goalkeeper. I don't think Mpassi's that bad. But Epolo is a really nice addition here. What an addition to the squad. To get Epolo involved, that's massive. He switched from the Belgium youth setup to Congo. And I can see kind of what the Federation have done here. The disappointment of not making it to the World Cup directly. They have given the fans something to cheer about, something to get excited about. So that's really good for them. You look at their back line. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka's a regular in that now. Kalulu, the brother of the one that was at Milan, Masuaku, obviously, who's in the Premier League, as is Tuanzebe. And Bemba's gone to Lille from Marseille. He's always a good leader on the field. Kiembe, he's always a good player. That's a talented back line. I think the problem is here, can they keep out Brian Mbeumo, who's in the form of his life at Manchester United, where he was in great form last season as well. But in a one-off game, and both teams could win, Congo or Cameroon. In a one-off game, Cameroon haven't been good. I think Congo are the slight favourites, which might put more pressure on them. Cameroon are a mess on the pitch and off it. But I think the problem is, even if you give everything against Cameroon, you've then got to do it 3-4 days later against probably Nigeria, and that really does make it tough. Congo need to win this and hope Gabon win. I think that's how it's going to play out. What about this in the midfield? Stroeykens from Anderlecht. Goodness me, that is a class player. A few years ago, Stroeykens was being talked about as the potential to be one of the best players in the world. And the fact that he's playing for Congo is a massive compliment to Congo. To get Stroeykens in is fantastic. And Balikwisha as well from Celtic. Goodness me, these are class additions. And you throw in who's already in there. You know, Sadiki at Sunderland and Piquel. Bongonda's still a good player. I know he's in Russia, but he's a good player. There's some good players in there, and Buku as well. This is talent. This is talent. This team, it's going to be so sad if they don't play the World Cup. I mean, Nigeria, Cameroon and Congo, only one of them, and Gabon, I suppose, only one of them can make it, and that's if they get past the round next year. It's a real shame. That's why I'm all for having 9 teams or 10 teams from the World Cup, from Africa go to the World Cup. It's fully deserved. In the attack, you've got Fiston Mayele, who is really good. I think he's the only player based in Africa in Congo's squad, but what he's doing at Pyramids at the moment, it's extraordinary. He is a man bagging form, Mayele. Probably deserves a start, but if it wasn't for Cedric Bakambu, he probably would get one. Bakambu and Mayele, even Elia, are really good centre forwards. I guess the problem for Congo is they've seen Mbeumo go to Cameroon and Brentford to Man United, and he's been so good. They've seen Wissa go from Brentford to Newcastle. There were such high expectations when that move was finally confirmed, but Wissa's injury has really rocked them here because he's a starter. He's a starter for Congo and he's unavailable. That's a huge blow. It's like Algeria, the injury to Guiri. It's a massive blow. And I think even when he is back fit, there's a lot of pressure on Newcastle internally, I think, that they might not let Wissa go AFCON. I know it sounds mad, but even Shearer's come out and said Wissa's got a decision to make. I think he will go to the AFCON, but I don't think Newcastle are going to be very happy about it. I know that's how it should be, But let's think about it here. They're working so hard to rehabilitate Wissa. He comes back fit and fresh, and then he's going to Morocco for a month because Congo will go far in the tournament. They're not going for a week. So Wissa probably doesn't play for Newcastle until January, or even February, because AFCON ends at the end of January or whatever. So I think Newcastle are going to be fairly frustrated at the fact that Wissa's going to be gone when he's back fit again. But it's a big blow for Congo. It's a huge boost for Cameroon if you see Wissa's not available. But I think when you look at those additions, it makes Congo even better than they already are. I think Congo are going to beat Cameroon. We're going to talk more about it closer to the time. We're going to see what Cameroon could pull out. Because obviously Cameroon and Nigeria and Gabon, these guys will be looking at who they can get as well. Because you're promising these guys now, not just an AFCON to play at, you're promising these guys a World Cup to play at. You're telling them, you come and help us play these World Cup qualifiers. You're going to play a World Cup next summer. That's a huge incentive, whether you like it or not. It's just the way it goes. So many players are going to be declaring for African teams. Look, Cape Verde are going to get half a new team. I'll tell you now. Cape Verde are going to get half the team's going to come from Portugal under 21 and switch. I'll tell you that now. But this is the list for Congo. We'll see how they get on in the next few weeks. I suspect one or two will probably get injuries and pull out. That usually is the case. But that international break is not far away. Can Congo get over the line with this squad? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.